Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
7:31, 58 degrees outside under a sunny sky after a unsettled evening in many parts of our listening area. Several storm warnings issued beginning along about 5 o'clock yesterday and right up until about 8 o'clock, I think, when they expired. Most of them, although Valley County and some of those counties then were under the gun a little bit later on. Southeastern portion of Custer was one of the last ones, I think. I did see some reports of hail north of Brewster last night that were reported. Looked like North Platte maybe really got it.
I was going to say, I saw a lot of hail reports from Lincoln County coming across the reports we were looking at.
Like baseball size.
Yes, yeah, like golf ball size and larger.
Yeah.
Right.
So, there's a chance out there. You just don't want to get to this point in the summer and have that happen to the crops out there. And, of course, windshields and all sorts of things that are damaged by that size of hail with the winds. Gusts up to almost 60 miles per hour coming through Custer County and where the storms were. A lot of limbs down. Most of them seem to be smaller this morning. Picked up some when we got home last night from coverage out here. But I didn't see anything big. But
I saw a couple of big ones.
Did you?
Driving home from from here and from the ball field last night. So, yeah, I think maybe, hopefully no damage, though.
Yeah, hope not. But it did get really windy and some hard rain for a bit. And we picked up 5,400s here at the studios from that rain. I think the airport was showing 2,200s. So that is either going to be updated or it was a lot different at the airport. Yeah, and that could be as these kind of storms do that. But because of that weather last night, they've moved the ball game that was to be played last night at Paul Brown Field to this afternoon. And I think the correct time now is 4:30.
4:30 is what we're told. Yep, 4:30 today. Broken Bow will play Minden. It'll be an elimination game at the B6 Area Juniors Baseball Tournament here at Paul Brown Field in Broken Bow. So we'll have it for you on the radio on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com. We'll do a live video stream as well, which you can access through SandhillsExpress.com on the Sandhills Express YouTube channel and Sandhills Express Facebook page. First pitch at 4:30 today.
All right. Now, how does that work, Mr. Sports Guy? Because you have these pitch counts and the different regulations centered around that for the safety of the athletes, what I think everybody agrees is a good idea. But now we have an extra day in between, so do both teams benefit from that?
I would say yes. Yep. Now you're going to get some kids that, weren't available until today. Now, obviously, I mean, you can throw them today as opposed to, if the game would have been played last night, each team would have had some pitchers that would not have been available, but now because of the rain delay, they have become available to pitch today. So a lot of strategy now for the two coaches of Broken Bow and Minden because everything now just gets pushed back a day. So the championship round will be tomorrow now against Holdridge. And again, Holdridge is in that position where they need just one win to win the tournament. but whoever wins today's game between Broken Bow and Minden would have to defeat Holdridge twice tomorrow. So you got to play for today, but you probably got to kind of keep in your mind what your plan would be for tomorrow under that situation. So it'll be very interesting to see how things play out.
It will. I was visiting with Paul Burney briefly yesterday afternoon, and I said, Paul, I guess I was wrong and Brent was right the other night, because I thought in that game you may go ahead and leave the pitcher in because you need to win that game or you don't play again. And he said, Dad, you've got to save some powder. Man, you got to save some powder. So I guess that means, I'm not going to be a coach.
Well, it's really going to be interesting to watch the strategy, I think, today, because, one strategy is you take a kid and just throw them, today, and I guess you would say burn them for the tournament. It'd be interesting to see if maybe you play the strategy of you just throw a lot of kids, and depending on the situation, obviously, you could see just a whole bunch of pitchers today throwing up to 30 pitches.
Yeah,
and then you go to another one, and then you go to another one, and I don't know. It'll be interesting, but it will definitely open up some opportunities, I think, especially late in the game, where you could take a kid and know, hey, I now have him
some relief.
I now have him for 30 pitches today, and I can still pitch him tomorrow. So
it'll be interesting.
It will be very interesting. Looking forward to it.
Should be a good game. A couple of good teams, Minden and Broken Bow, and they've seen each other already in the tournament.
Yes.
And so here we go.
Here we go.
The weather is not really cooperating here because we have a 50% chance of rain again tonight and a chance of showers today. So it is good that they're starting in the afternoon. Maybe they can get the game in and stay away from that 50% chance of rain. Now, on the other hand, we've been going through several weeks where 50% meant nothing. Because they were calling 50% and 40% and nothing was coming out of it. Everything was going around us. But the pattern may have changed, and it's definitely going to get near 90 again today, and that seems to percolate things. So we'll see what happens. And, of course, the Holdridge team is they're well rested. They really didn't stretch their pitching because they remained undefeated, and so they get an extra day's rest too. So,
and I didn't look at it real close, but I think Holdridge now with this extra day, I think they may have now every single person
that they have
rested
on the roster that pitches.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, it's always interesting.
Yep, it's going to be fun. And again, folks, we'll have that for you on KBBN at 4:30, just before 4:30 today, and on the live stream on Sandhills as well. All right. Let me see here. Prairie Pioneer Center, they're back going today, so let me take a look at the menu here for you. Today, on this 11th day of July, they're serving hot beef sandwiches, mashed potatoes and gravy, peas and fruit. And give them a call if you're planning on having a meal there by 9 o'clock this morning. Call them at 872-6121. Okay, we have some outlaw tractor pull tickets to the Dawson County Fair. That's coming up this Sunday, July 16th at 5 p.m. Sounds like it's quite a pull. And we have some tickets here for you. So we're going to play the game, and if you would like some tickets along with the prize that Brent has for you, just let us know, and we'll throw a couple tickets in with that as well.
All right. It's Tumbleweed Day, so here's a chance to win a prize from the Tumbleweed Cafe. And today, you're going to get to take home a take and bake small casserole from the Tumbleweed if you win the game today. All right. Tonight is the Major League Baseball All-Star Game, so we've been asking questions about Major League Baseball All-Star Games. Here's your question for today. Now, the key here, listen close, the date is real key in this question.
All right.
Okay, so just keep that in mind. Why was there no All-Star game in 1945?
Ah, yes.
The season was shortened by a players' strike, too much rain to play, not enough players to play, or it was during World War II. Why was there no All-Star game in 1945? The season was shortened by a players' strike, too much rain to play, not enough players to play, or World War II. If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
Hours may have changed at the Tumbleweed Cafe, but delicious home-style food isn't going anywhere. Open 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily for dine-in. Their new Wake and Bake Nook will be open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's as simple as driving through and picking up some take-home meals. In the morning, it's all about delicious breakfast, including burritos, sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits and gravy, and more. Family time around your table and a delicious meal at home start at the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow.
We have Mark on the line. Good morning, Mark. How you doing?
Doing all right.
Good, good. All right. Let's see if we can get you a casserole from the Tumbleweed, which will be delicious. If you win, do you want some Outlaw tractor pull tickets?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay, Mark, here's your question. Why was there no All-Star game in 1945 in baseball? The season was shortened by a players' strike, there was too much rain to play, not enough players to play, or World War II?
I'm going to make one comment before I give the answer. I don't think they knew how to strike back then.
Oh, no, probably not. I wish they still didn't know, to be honest with you, but...
Yeah, and I'm going to go with the war.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, that was World War II. All right, because you've answered correctly, Mark, we got a certificate that's going to get you a free take and bake small casserole from the Tumbleweed. And we got some tickets to the Outlaw Tractor Pull in Lexington during the Dawson County Fair for you as well. So just swing on out when you can.
Hey, thanks a lot, and keep the excitement going with the baseball.
We will try, Mark. We will try.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
Dude.
All right.
Well, we sure hope so, Mark. Hope that we're back at it again on Wednesday. And I know the team does too. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of good ball, a lot of good teams. And this is the juniors now, folks.
Mm-hmm.
There's still senior tournaments coming up. See who gets to go to state as well.
Yes. The winner, of course, of the juniors tournament will advance out to their state tournament, which begins Saturday.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
That's the one problem about having a rain day. You're pushing things now close to the start of the state tournament, but that'll be played in Alliance, and that'll start on Saturday, I believe. And then I think the seniors tournament, which is in McCook, and I did notice that I think the same 6 teams that are playing in the juniors tournament, those same 6 programs also play in the seniors area tournament. Those are the same 6 in the
Really?
seniors area,
Wow.
which you don't get all the time, but I'm pretty sure on that. But I think the seniors tournament starts on July 21st, and that'll be in McCook.
All right. Some of those players playing both juniors and seniors will see each other again.
Yep.
All right. Baseball. Love it. Love it. I don't care so much for all-star games, but that is tonight.
Really? I like the baseball. Of all the all-star events in pro sports, the all-star baseball game is easily my favorite.
I don't dislike it. I just rather watch a regular game.
Oh, okay.
You know, but to see all the different stars together is great. It's just that they don't get to play very long. You know what?
I see what you're saying, sure.
But you do get to see
You're
'em.
rotating guys in and out.
Yeah. But it's good. And the home run derby got caught the very end of that last night. I think that has to do with conditioning.
Oh, man.
I tell you, that looks like it wears you out. You think about swinging a bat that many times. Wow. What was there, 70-some home runs by the winner?
Yeah, Guerrero won it, and he hit like 72, I think.
Yeah.
I just saw the highlights, but I did see the highlights of the Seattle participant.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name now. He hit 41
Yeah.
in one round.
In one round, yeah.
Oh,
I bet you'd be sore the next day from swing.
my
I guess they
goodness.
swing and they're warming up down in the batting booth before they ever go up there.
Yes.
It's quite an event.
Yeah.
But the All-Star game is tonight. So you're going to have a chance to get a lot of baseball in because we got the afternoon game and then
Yeah.
we got the All-Star game tonight. So if you baseball fans out there should be pretty happy. We have the fabulous Thunderbirds lined up for you next here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Good to have you along. This one's called I Want to Believe.
Aero Aviation has served the area. Contact Casey for your aerial application today. Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
10 minutes before the hour, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Girardin. Good morning, Logan from Arrow Seed.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Well, thanks. I like that intro.
Yeah, I'm glad you
Oh,
did.
you have a strong fan base, my
Yeah.
dude. I just want you to know.
Well, good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know that.
Yeah, I've heard. I've heard.
Wherever you go, type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's when you know you're being heard on the radio, right?
Well, I know it. Yeah, I mean, this weekend when I was in the hospital, I had pretty good following.
What? Wait.
Hospital?
Wait.
Yikes.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys, did I?
No.
So the well at our house went bad. Like the actual pumps wouldn't have any water pressure, and I'm trying to troubleshoot it,
Yeah.
and opened up the control box and touched a wire that I shouldn't have.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
And got a little zap.
Gosh.
So I had to go to the emergency room, but I felt better once I was discharged.
I like that one. That was good. What a great setup, too. I was discharged.
So here I am.
Ooh,
Here you
well,
are,
well,
Logan
good.
Girardin.
Yep. Yeah, the folks at the hospital were shocked that I wasn't an electrician.
Is there more to come?
Yeah, they grounded me pretty quick.
Wow. I could just see Renee's eyes rolling right now.
Oh, I'm positive she's that way.
I don't think it's just her eyes that are rolling right now.
You're
A lot of-
positive.
There's a lot of listeners rolling their eyes right now.
At least you're not negative about it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're nice,
Yep,
Dave. Good
exactly.
job.
Wow.
So here we are.
Here we are. So, anything special on your mind as far as Arrow Seed goes today? What's up?
Well, it's time to get stuff planted. If you've got oats in the ground that you maybe hayed,
Mm-hmm.
then you need to get something back on there like a sorghum sedan.
Go right back into the stubble?
Yep. Maximize the production. I talked to one of my buddies that lives down in the Falls City area.
Mm-hmm.
He said hay is really hard to come by. The production, last year wasn't there because
Right.
of the drought, and then everybody fed all winter long, and then this spring hasn't been exactly great for hay production. Just from a timing standpoint of the rain we're getting, it's hard to get it put up right.
Yeah.
He said there's just no hay out there.
Well, and we kind of have been lucky here and got some timely rain, so we have some hay to put up. But there are places that don't even have that, right?
Yeah, yep. It's just so spotty.
Mhm.
The further east you get, the worse the conditions are.
So the market is good if you're
Yes.
selling.
If you're selling,
Mhm.
but if you need to produce some, you need to feed your own cattle. It's a lot cheaper to produce it yourself
You bet.
than have to buy it. So if you've got some acres that maybe you can put a hay crop on, or a cane or sorghum sedan on, why not?
Mm-hmm.
So, and we've got plenty of sorghum sedan on hand still.
Okay.
We've got some BMRs available, so that'd be your higher quality feed. So when you feed it, that animal gains more off of that bite of food versus the conventional sorghum sedan that they waste more of.
Okay.
So, for a few dollars more an acre, you're getting a lot more on the back end of it.
All right.
And actually a lot more doesn't come out the back end of the final consumer.
Okay. All right. Waste not, want not, my
Exactly.
fifth grade teacher used to tell me.
Yes.
Okay. So time to put it in, and you just put that right in the stubble.
You just go right into the oat stubble.
Okay.
And like I said, if you want to maximize your production, you can do that, and then maybe even get in a rye or a wheat crop this fall. After you take the sorghum sedan off.
Logan, I'll have to ask you this question. I know it's going to sound a little uninformed, but over the years, I think I kind of remember people thinking you could wear soil out by planting in it too much, but that really evidently is kind of going by the wayside.
Yeah, that's been pretty debunked.
Yeah.
It's to have healthier soil, you need to keep something growing on it all the time. Because look what happens if you don't. What does Mother Nature do? She makes it full of weeds. That's something growing. It's not something you want, but it's something growing.
And I know with row crop, they have to deal with maybe planting the same crop repeatedly. Maybe rotation isn't possible, or that it's not in their program. So, changing up the type of crops that go in that soil is also helpful.
Yep, absolutely. A small grain in your rotation is really beneficial from a weed pressure standpoint, because it opens you up to double crop. So, like I'm saying, you get a small grain planted this spring, get that taken off, and you can go with a forage crop. And then after the forage crop, you can go in with, a wheat or rye or triticale or what have you as a cover crop that's going to keep something growing, early in the spring, but it's going to prevent some of those weeds, so it's just another tool to have.
Okay.
And with the way the hay market is, some of those small grain forage rotations can be pretty profitable right now.
All right. Coming off the farm and ranch and looking at folks in communities, the lawns are struggling just a little bit. You're starting to see that brown coming in, and maybe we mow a little bit too short. Maybe we don't get enough water on, but there's all sorts of factors that make things brown in the yard.
Yeah, and right now, dogs are probably the biggest one that make things brown in the yard. But but grubs are a close second.
Grubs might be more of a permanent damage.
So right now you'd be putting on grub control.
Okay.
And that's gonna prevent grubs from doing damage to your yard, and you still got a pretty good window to get that applied. And you can also put iron on right now, and that when you iron your yard, it takes a while, but gets all the wrinkles out of it, so that's good.
Wow, he's just on fire today, isn't he?
Yes.
It makes it that dark, that deep dark green color. Because when it gets hot like this, and today it's going to be, 90 plus?
Yeah, at least 90.
Those plants can't take up iron out of the soil, so then they get that pale yellow, just sickly looking color. And this supplemental iron that you put on, gives those plants that iron so they don't turn that color.
All right. Okay. In the garden, we're starting to see some progress now. So it warms up and our nights aren't quite so cool. But with more growth comes the opportunity for little pests to come in there and have lunch as well, right?
Bugs, blight, all the stuff you don't want. And the conditions right now are perfect.
They are, yeah.
So, we've got the fungicide that you can put on for blight, and we've also got the insecticide you can put on for the creepy crawlies and the bugs that might think it's a buffet before you get it.
I have to ask you a quick question here if I can find this. I don't know if you've heard about this or not. You mentioned, let me find that. The government is warning of an invasive earthworm on steroids. Have you heard that?
No.
And this is no joke. Now we've got to worry about the invasion of leaping earthworms. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says the invasive Asian jumping worm is popping up in more American backyards. They've been spotted in Wisconsin, also known as Alabama jumpers and Jersey wrigglers. They're described as earthworms on steroids. They can flip themselves more than a foot in the air, like snakes, and when they flip up in the air, they poop out toxins that can kill vegetation.
Wow.
Have you heard of that yet?
I have not, but those names sounded like a minor league baseball team.
They did.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
The Alabama Wrigglers.
Yeah, well, that yeah, minor league, yeah, but I don't know. This it's kind of like those jumping carp that they brought over.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep. But do those catch more fish?
Well, now that's something they don't talk about. They're wriggly, but I don't know if they jump off your hook.
Well, that's just it. Well, do you use the jumping worms to catch the flying carp?
Maybe if you can get them on the hook. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If they're wriggling around and jumping, how are you going to get them on the hook?
That's a good question.
But seriously, that may be something that we'll be watching for as it spreads across the U.S.
That is true, and that's just something else Dave can charge on for his mowing business.
Pretty much,
you
yes.
know,
Yeah.
exposure to jumping worms.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, one got in my eye.
Yeah.
Then I'd have to sue.
Well, Dave, if one of those gets in your eyes, you're not being very safe and wearing eye protection when you're mowing. So I think that would be probably thrown out pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks a lot, Lauren.
So, but no, speaking of earthworms and just worms in general, worms can make yards really, really rough and bumpy, but that's also the sign of a pretty healthy ecosystem under your yard.
Yeah.
So,
We must have a pretty good ecosystem because it's hard to walk on our yard.
But it's one of those things that, they're annoying and can make things rough. But when you think about it, earthworms that's what you want. You want earthworms in your soil to keep it, aerated.
Right.
To keep it moved, the nutrients moved around.
Take water in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
don't hate your earthworms. Just make sure if you look out that if they're jumping out of the ground, you might want to report it.
Yeah, then we've got some issues.
Yeah.
So
all right, Logan. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks guys.
AeroSeed open 5.5 days a week, downtown Broken Bow. Website's always there for you as well.
It is. And you can always call us too. Or you can fax us.
Still fax?
We still do the fax.
We do too. Get
so,
about one a month.
Yep. We get a few more than that. Just we got a pretty extensive dealer network that still faxes stuff
actually,
to us.
I think it's still one of the safest ways to send documents, actually.
Yep.
You can't have somebody getting on your computer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can do that, or you can send us a carrier pigeon, or, however you might want to get in touch with us.
Just get a hold of AeroSeed.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Logan.
Thanks, guys.
News is next on this Tuesday morning.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The ground is still moving in the upscale neighborhood of Rolling Hills Estates near L.A., where several homes have been destroyed and a dozen evacuated. County Supervisor Janice Hahn.
Everything's collapsing. They're all falling. The force of gravity is taking them. They will all eventually go.
Officials say heavy rain may have softened the earth. A NATO summit's underway in Lithuania, and Secretary of State Blinken tells CBS News members are more united than ever over the war in Ukraine.
It's sending a very strong message to Putin that he's not going to outlast us. He's not going to outlast Ukraine.
The Iowa legislature convening in special session to try to push through a 6-week abortion ban. KCCI TV's Amanda Rooker.
Lawmakers will be back here at the State House for what's likely to be a long, tense day of debate over new abortion restrictions. But whatever they decide will likely lead to a long legal battle, ending here at the Iowa Supreme Court.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, a Colorado man was arrested Sunday after authorities say he pointed a rifle at another person at a rest area on Interstate 80 near Cozad. According to the Nebraska State Patrol, they received a report of two men arguing at the rest area near mile marker 226 just before 9 a.m. The person reporting said the man he was arguing with pulled out a rifle and pointed it towards him. The person then observed the man put the rifle into a minivan and then got into a different vehicle. The suspect's vehicle, a Chevrolet Malibu, and the minivan then left the rest area together eastbound on I-80. Troopers with the Nebraska State Patrol found the Malibu near mile marker 233. They performed a traffic stop, and the driver, 28-year-old Jonah McKinley of Colorado Springs, was taken into custody. The Dawson County Sheriff's deputies also located the minivan and performed a traffic stop. The Nebraska State Patrol said deputies found a defaced rifle in the minivan, which was driven by McKinley's girlfriend. Upon further investigation, troopers discovered McKinley is prohibited from possessing a firearm and was in violation of a protection order held by his girlfriend against him. McKinley was arrested for making terroristic threats, use of a firearm to commit a felony, possession of a defaced firearm, possession of a short rifle, in violation of a protection order, and no operator's license. He was lodged in Dawson County Jail.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Major League Baseball's annual All-Star Game comes up tonight in Seattle as the countdown is on as baseball's best get ready to go toe-to-toe. The starting pitchers have been announced. For the American League, it'll be Garrett Cole of the Yankees. For the National League, Zach Allen of the Diamondbacks. Now, last night it was the annual Home Run Derby with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Blue Jays taking home the title. He beat out the Rays' Randy Arozarena in the final, 25-21. Guerrero Jr. wins the competition 16 years after his Hall of Fame father won the Derby in 2007 in San Francisco. College Football News: Northwestern fired their head coach Pat Fitzgerald after initially agreeing on a 2-week suspension over hazing issues, but University President Michael Schill stepped in to reverse the initial decision. That despite an investigation that didn't find any evidence that Fitzgerald or his coaches knew about the hazing. Fitzgerald had spent 17 years as head coach at Northwestern, his alma mater. He's that all-time program's winningest head coach.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times today with a high of 90. Winds out of the southeast 8 to 15 miles per hour. Chance for scattered thunderstorms tonight. Lows level off around 63. Partly cloudy. Mainly sunny skies and calm. Tomorrow, slight chance for scattered thunderstorms. High temperatures reach up to 88. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
My brother-in-law died suddenly. And now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Already up to 68, so that's a 10-degree hop from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Getting warm out there already. Sunny skies, winds light now out of the northwest. Barometric pressure also rising at 29.97, humidity at 94%. High yesterday peaked out at 91 with an overnight low of 58. Sunset today at 9:13, sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:15. And as we mentioned, we measured 54 hundredths precipitation after the rain yesterday evening. That brings our total to 86 hundredths for the month. And you'll find those measurements out there pretty varied. And again, when you have winds up to 60 miles an hour, it's not always going to catch the rain that's falling if the wind is blowing with the rain. But we know we picked up 54 hundredths here for sure. And hopefully you had something like that without any hard stuff along with it. As we mentioned, we know there was some hail reported about 9 miles north of Brewster, I believe it was. And lots of hail around the North Platte area and some other just isolated reports. But generally, I think we got by with it pretty well here. Don't know about Valley County and those places because those storms were kind of later in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think North Platte really got hailed on again until about 7:30.
Yeah.
So maybe that was their second round. I don't know. Come on in, sir. Mr. Jeff Denson is here. Team Physical Therapy.
And late.
Oh, you're fine. It's 10 minutes past. It's perfect.
Well, it's not like you don't have several things going on at the moment.
Yeah, I was at work earlier this morning. I just didn't get out here in time. So,
well, you have to squeeze in work with baseball, right?
Yeah. Well, we had a night off last night. It was very relaxing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I didn't know what you're supposed to do when you don't have a baseball game.
Yeah, for you guys, you're either practicing on the road or playing, and in this case, hosting.
Yes.
Which is something that maybe we should talk about, because I know the other day I stopped down to manicure the infield.
Uh-huh.
And
yes, we probably should discuss this.
Yeah, we should.
Can't wait to hear this discussion.
And your son Max is there laying out the chalk and working, and I says, man, it's bad enough you got to, get prepared for the game. You got to prepare the field. And he says, it's not so bad.
Yeah, we enjoy doing it.
You guys do a good job with it, but it takes a lot of your coaching staff and yourself, your son, other people help make sure the field's in top-notch shape, and it has looked great.
Yeah. Jim Holm has always done most of the work on the field because he doesn't want me to draw the lines because they're not straight. So, but Max is, he's now allowing Max to do it because he can draw a straight line with chalk. So, otherwise Jim Holm takes care of almost all of the field.
It looks great.
Yeah, he does a great, but he also, that's what he did for UNK and City Fields and Kearney for a lot of years. So, he has quite a bit of experience that the rest of us don't.
Well, takes a lot of hands to make it work. So
yes,
it looks,
absolutely.
It looks good.
So, did we get billed for this mowing job? I didn't know where that was heading to. I haven't been abreast of all the conversations that you guys have had about bills and things.
I saved the bill I received. Here's the one that has not been paid by Brent Apperson yet. That has not been.
I don't either.
And won't be.
I think
that's pretty significant for.
Yeah, you think?
Maybe not a.
Okay, so the bill I got
significant for mowing a yard that only takes me like 25 minutes to mow with a push mower.
Yeah.
Well, you have some.
So about 7 minutes with a zero turn. Yes.
Pretty much.
Well, I think he was
10
on the
to
field
15.
for around 11 minutes. And I have pictures of him in the flag that is just beautiful.
It was. You sent me some of those pictures. It was quite a sight.
Well, first of all, I just want you to know, Jeff, I charge by square footage.
Yes. Well, we'll continue there.
Okay. The bill that I received from DYO and Broken Bow Spirit Softball, signed by Tom Griffith and Jeff Denson.
Yes.
Is for $1,264.50 for Moneyball sponsorship.
Well, that's advertising. As you guys know, living in the advertising world, we're putting your name out there. Like it's. I don't know if you've gained many listeners from it, but
But what about the railroad? Where does that come in?
Well, there's just safety issues. So we have to have a lot of insurance with kids near railroad tracks and things of that nature, and we feel like we want to pass that cost on.
See, what I've told him, Jeff, is his billing system now is inspiring other organizations.
Oh, yes. There's a way to create money.
On how to bill. Yeah.
Parking lot repair. Come on.
Well, the kids, so they're so fast, they peel out, and we got to do repairs to the parking. That gravel goes everywhere, and we got to fill that back in.
Well, I'm going to keep this separate from my billing. I'm not going to let that affect my billing that I'm going to be sending to you.
Okay.
Now, do you need that mowed again today? It rained last night.
Well, I think the city's taking care of that.
Okay.
But, yeah, I was going to go with a different other bill, but you don't have yours yet. So
no, I want to get it to you. I thought maybe sometimes it's better to send the bill delayed.
Yes. Give it a little time.
A little time for you to kind of not be thinking about it, and then I'll get it off to you. And I'll have it itemized so you'll understand. Yeah. But I must say, and I was telling Paul this after the game the other night, your attitude, Denson, just blows me away. A pull-up and I'm freaking out because my zero turn has a habit of flooding. If you don't just shut it off just right, and it's a little hot, it seems like it floods. And I've had it worked on a time or two. And I thought I run it long enough on idle before I shut it off when I went up and did my mother's earlier that day. I come out here and I'm going to, you know what, I think I'll wash the underneath side of that zero turn before I go mow the ballpark. Make sure I'm not bringing any weeds in or anything.
Absolutely.
So I get out here and it won't start. It's flooded. And I'm freaking out. I'm going, I have this big job, a huge job for Paul Brown Field. What an honor. And my mower's flooded. And with that thing flooding, it sometimes takes 2 or 3 hours before it'll start again.
Oh, that's not
I'm freaking out. So I load up the push mower and throw it in case, because, you know, time is flying by here. You guys were getting ready to water down the field. And I pull up and I tell Jeff, I said, well, Jeff, I don't know if this zero turn's going to start. It's flooding on me. But I brought a push mower. You know, a lot of people would have said, oh, come on, Bernie, Jiminy, Christmas, you're supposed to be a professional. What's going on here? Denson says, well, yeah, let's get it out. I'll help you with it. We can get that done. I'm going, what a positive attitude, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we try to keep it that way.
But the zero did start. Zero turn started, and I was able to manicure it as needed. I wanted to get out some scissors and go around the edge, but
it's almost like you did.
Well, it's all about value, boys.
Yes.
All about value.
Well, if it gets near, so I figured that to get to $1,200, you were going to have to basically charge $100 a minute, and so if that's what it ends up being, but
that's about right. I'll go with the square footage. I'll go down there and measure that out. And I guess you shouldn't have to with a ball diamond. You should pretty much know what.
So that'd be about $6,000 an hour by the math that I have. So I suppose you're worth that.
We'll work it out. And you can make payments.
Make payments.
But actually, if I have a bill of $1,200, we're even, right?
Yes, I think maybe that's where we're heading.
That's where we're going.
Yeah. As long as the city doesn't get all upset that you were down there, which I don't think they are. So we're good.
You set it at 2.5 inches, and we mulched it.
That's where they've been mowing it at too. So we're good. Yeah, and they do a great job taking care of the field. So it's been awesome.
It was fun. Yeah, and they do a nice job. The park looks great.
Yes.
Big ball game this afternoon. I know you guys are excited about it. And
yes.
We were talking earlier about, even though the storm came along and kind of delayed things, that kind of helps with your pitching count and all that sort of thing.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and it was nice. We got the kids off the field last night, and I have a picture of the entire Minden team and all the Broken Bow team in our gym at the clinic waiting the lightning out, and then it started just dumping rain, and then we sent them all home.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It was,
well, safety first, and that's pretty much too much rain in a short period of time to
ever get back on the field. Yeah. It was there was water standing everywhere, so it was done. Again, 4:00 today we're starting.
4 or 4:30?
4:30, excuse me.
Okay.
4:30. The umpires needed 4:30, so we changed it to 4:30. So 4:30 start, excuse me. And then 5 o'clock on Wednesday will be the start for the championship game. So
5, okay.
Love to see a lot of people out there. Obviously, we hope to be in the championship game, but have some work to do to get that done. So,
yeah, come on, have one of those delicious hamburgers. Those are good.
My,
they're really good.
Yeah, and it's been great. We thought the game against McCook that's probably the biggest crowd we've had there.
It was packed.
It was packed, and and everybody was in. Obviously, we fund our program through the concessions and gate, and all of our youth programs are funded through that. So that's great to see the community support for that.
Jeff, talk a little bit about the two young men that man the gate.
Yeah, so Destry Woodward and Jason Baum's son also man it, and
Devin
right? Baum.
Yep.
Yeah, and we they sit out there the whole time.
They do every game.
Yeah, they do every game. Yep. We pay them just a little bit to do it, and they just love it. And the crowds, I just get comments from other teams because they come in and out, and they just love conversing with them, and they're the whole day.
I was telling
every day.
I was telling Jason during the game the other day. I said, "Man, your son is a PR dude," and I told him. We pulled up, and we always have a little conversation, and he says, Devin says, "There's two of my most favorite people."
He's got a great attitude. They both do.
They do a great job.
Yeah. They've been doing it for 3 years now for us, and they don't miss a day of a tournament. They've been at every tournament we've had the whole day long.
Yeah,
so
fantastic.
It's been awesome.
All right, we're going to change gears.
Yes, we better get to
from baseball to business. We both love business.
Yes,
and we both love what we do, and
Absolutely.
you help people with yours.
Yes,
and what's going on? I mean, I know you're excited about the staff you have. You've added some more people.
Yep. We're excited to have added Tracy Johnson, obviously, to the Broken Bow office. Really excited to kind of get the fall sports season underway. We're kind of working, getting training done for that. And then currently, I got a couple staff needs, so I just wanted to get those out there. I need to add a full-time person in our billing office. They've been overworked a lot and need some help. So if you're interested in that, pretty much can do on-the-job training. Would love to have somebody with some experience in medical billing, but we can train all of that. So hopefully get somebody added there in the near future. So, and then we're looking to add a new therapist in our Kearney office. So if you know of anybody that's interested in the Kearney area, we'd love to hear about it. So, and I think have just a great team atmosphere down there with Tierra and Kyle Lowry, and I think we're just hoping to add somebody down there and continue to grow that practice and serve that area. So.
Okay, all right. Are the clerical or the office job here, is that part or full time?
We'd like it to be full time.
Full time.
Yeah, I think we would obviously be adaptable if it was only part time, but for sure we'd like to have somebody in there full time.
Okay.
Some of our billing offices is Alyssa's working from home at times, and so but we need somebody kind of dedicated in the office.
Sure.
Just there for day-to-day calls and that sort of thing. Plus, it'll be a progressing job that you can kind of grow with as we move forward and knowledge is gained. So,
we're halfway through the year already, and I know that sometimes as you get towards the end of the year, people tend to try to squeeze in some surgeries, some knees and hips and so forth.
Yep.
But the way I understand it, it's been pretty brisk all the way through the first half of this year.
Yep.
So if somebody's thinking about having a knee replacement or having a hip replacement, they probably need to come in and start working out and getting their strength up, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and we've been doing a knee class for all of those patients at the hospital. It's a portion of basically 4 hours that they get prior to surgery, where they really understand the surgery, what's going to happen in the process, and then what we expect them to be at 3 days after surgery. And it really helps to do that 6 to 8 weeks before surgery, so you can, if you're walking on a knee and it's really bent and it's not going fully straight, we want to work 6 to 8 weeks on that, trying to get it straight. Because if you don't have the motion before you get into surgery, it's going to be tough to get it after. And you'll see a lot of shoulder surgeons that people have big shoulder injuries and they lose some motion in the shoulder, and they generally won't do surgery until you have all that motion back. And so there's a pre-therapy for that you have to maintain, and it's not very much fun because it's basically stretching it and mobilizing the joint and gaining that motion back. That's not a great fun process, but if you don't do it, you're going to end up with a shoulder that doesn't work like it's supposed to. So I think that it's really important to get that stuff done and get strengthening done. Now, some knees are bad enough that you're not going to, surgery helps, and then you can go get it back after. So
oftentimes in the knee and hips and so forth, people, I think, didn't realize just how uncomfortable they were until after they have the surgery, and they're going, wow, I didn't realize I was so miserable.
Yeah, and you'll have osteoarthritis of the knee that can make it feel almost unstable to walk on because it's so painful. And then there's those tough people that just walk on them and they keep getting worse, and they don't know that they're walking the way they're walking. And, and then after surgery, the knee's straight and not bowed like it was before, and they're just amazed and wonder why they didn't do that a lot sooner.
Right.
And most of the time, I just tell patients, and surgeons tell patients, that you'll know when it's time. And for me, if you're having deep knee pain at night from if you're up walking and it just hurts the rest of the night, that's kind of your time where you know it's time to do something about it.
If you can't sleep,
it's time to get it done. It is patients that wait that long are just amazed that in 10 days post-surgery that they can walk on the knee and it not be almost even painful, for sure by 3 weeks.
All right. Anything else that you wanted to highlight?
No, walk-ins, we're able to take those right now easily. Our staff is doing a great job. We're excited about that. So, and looking forward to the fall sports season. So,
yeah, that's not far away.
No, it's right here. So,
Brent's already thinking football, I think.
Yeah, got the schedules all set out.
Working pretty hard on it.
Yeah,
I think football's pretty well put together. Volleyball's still working on that.
Yeah, our trainer was pulling all the schedules together to see how many games we can get to. So we're printing off all the schedules and signing up. So
there you go.
And that's something that I know you guys wouldn't have to do, but you do it.
Oh yeah, it's just it's the best portion of my job. So I enjoy it.
Yeah,
so
being around the kids and
and just being at sporting events, obviously I enjoy. Obviously,
no kidding.
Well, if I'm there to help, it's just a bonus. So
let's enjoy one today, then. Huh?
That's exactly right.
All right,
have some fun.
My wife was in a conversation with Nick Dean.
Yes.
Last night, and he's excited about coming and throwing out the pitch. You've had some great.
Oh yeah, it's been great.
The pitches have been wonderful. Whether they hit the ground or hit the glove doesn't matter, but the honoring those people has been great.
It's really Paul. That was Paul's idea for most of these. Obviously, I picked some of the people, but it's just I think everybody just I had. Tyke Arnold was on the field, and he looked over at me and said, "I haven't been up here for 46 years." And he said, "I was never a pitcher. I only played third base, but he hadn't been on the field for 46 years." And he was, and I just think that's brings back some memories. And we had the 2004 team that was on, and all those guys were excited about it.
It was fun.
Yeah, they had great memories, and I hopefully it even gets people more interested in the program long term. And we might even gain a coach or two out of it, we hope.
Jeff, you mentioned, you guys just mentioned Nick Dean. I know that his original plan was to throw out the first pitch on Championship Tuesday. So will he be here today, or will he be throwing tomorrow?
He's going to be here today. And
he'll be here today.
And then we're going to honor, and then Keith Ellis, I believe, is going to take the championship game tomorrow.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. So, I know Nick is excited about it. Being here because he said I want to stay and watch the game, and if would have worked out the other way, may or may not have been that situation. I think he's actually been throwing the ball a little bit, so he
practicing.
I think he said the same thing. He told Joan, I haven't been on a pitching mound for nearly 50 years.
Yeah.
So
it was. We had Carl Christian throw out one for the 1971 Midgets team, and he was the coach at that time, and even he just loved it.
Oh,
so his wife told me that it was a great honor, and made it. And he showed up yesterday ready to watch another ball game, and just gets interested. So
it's been fun, and will be fun today, and hopefully the next day.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Right. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you. We'll take a timeout on The Breakfast Show.
Geared for Sports has what you need to participate in your favorite activity. If you're needing something for the season now, they have it. But don't forget to get ready for the fall sports season in plenty of time, too. Cross country, football, and volleyball. Top brands are at Geared for Sports. Shop with them Monday to Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4. Talk to Scott, and if he doesn't have something you're looking for, he'll help you find it. They'll see you soon on the west side of the square in Broken Bow.
July is National Independent Retailers Month, and Bruning Bank is so proud to have the opportunity to work with so many small businesses across the state. Take advantage of all the business banking options that Bruning Bank has to offer online, such as remote capture, ACH Manager, business bill pay, QuickBook compatibility, and more.
Options galore. This new program features top-of-the-line sofas, chairs, recliners, sectional sofas, even bar stools. A huge selection of options, all made in America. Exotic, beautiful hides that'll fit your lifestyle. You have to see this for yourself. Our custom leather furniture program. It's brand new. Come see and feel the quality you've come to expect. Only from Bow Family Furniture, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
Varney Health Mart is your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, as well as a helpful place to pick up unique gifts and toys. Varney Health Mart's selection of children's books is stocked with great options to read with your toddler. We all know reading helps build language and thinking skills. Even before children can talk, Storytime helps build babies' brains. What a great baby shower gift a book would make. Check them out at Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Well, hello, everybody. We've got some real estate selling today. It's been a busy month getting ready for some of these real estate sales. And we can't emphasize enough, folks, if you want to sell some grassland, some farmland, and acreage anytime in August or September, even in November and December, we strongly encourage you to call us right now. Our real estate agents are really booked up. In fact, we are looking to add real estate agents to our company just to handle all of the volume. So if you've got a real estate license and you want to talk to us about servicing some of our sellers here throughout central Nebraska, pick up the phone and give me a call at 1-800-937-3558. But today, folks, we've got land selling in Missouri. There's an 8-acre acreage. It's a beautiful, beautiful site in Macon County, Missouri. So we'd like you to check that out. We're also going to be selling some real estate in Sheridan County, Nebraska. So if you are looking for a property by Gordon, Nebraska, there's 44 acres. That includes a really nice building site that will sell today to the highest bidder. This afternoon at 1 o'clock, folks, we've got some livestock selling. Fall-bred cows, 4L Grazing LLC out of Beaumont, Kansas. They've got several of these really nice 4-year-old fall-bred cows. They'll be calving in September. They're selling today, as is Ruscamp Farms, Inc. out of Dodge, Nebraska. They have 35 head of some really nice black fall-bred cows. They'll be selling on BigIron.com today. Tomorrow, folks, we start some machinery selling. And boy, do we have an outstanding lineup of equipment selling. Over 1,500 items. Shane Schwager is from Orchard, Nebraska, one of the featured sellers. Their sale consists of a John Deere S680 combine, a Kuhn Knight RC 260 feed wagon. Really well cared for equipment, folks. There's a 2011 John Deere 1770 narrow transport planter. Brent 1196 grain cart is selling. It's a 2016 machine, and it's got tracks under it. There's a 2013 Kenworth W900 semi-truck selling on that sale. So, folks, check that equipment out. It's located in Nebraska. We've also got a big sale for the William Kirkman retirement. This sale is by Atkins, Iowa, and they have 43 high-quality items, a Kinsey 3200 Series 12-row 30 planter, a John Deere 4455 two-wheel drive tractor that's immaculate, folks, a John Deere 6150R mechanical front tractor. They've got some really nice Brent gravity wagons and a Case IH 2377 combine, and several other items selling on that particular sale. Omaha Public Power District out of their Elkhorn Service Center, they'll be selling a 2014 Ford Escape. This is an all-wheel drive SUV. They've got some Ram dually cabin chassis pickups, some Freightliner trucks with aerial devices on them. They have Ford vehicles as well. There's Rangers and F-250s. They've also got a Ram 2500 ProMaster high roof service van that will sell. We'll be conducting the Kenneth Olson Estate Sale on Wednesday also. This equipment located by Cedar Falls, Iowa. 64 items, a 2019 Chevy Silverado K1500. This is a Z71 4x4 crew cab pickup, folks, that will sell. There's a 2014 John Deere 2210 34-foot field cultivator. They've also got a John Deere 714 mulch tillage machine. They've got a Kodiak, a Chevy Kodiak C70 tandem axle grain truck, a 1995 year model. Their tractors include, folks, a John Deere 4240, this is a 1982 model, and it is clean as a whip. Got duals on it. They got a John Deere 7200 Series 12-row 30 wing-fold planter. They also have a John Deere 8300 mechanical front tractor that will sell, and a John Deere 9650 combine. All of this equipment selling on the Wednesday Big Iron sale. On Thursday, we've got some property in Douglas County, Minnesota selling, folks. 69 acres, hunting paradise, a lot of trees, ponds with fish. It's just a beautiful terrain for deer hunting, fishing, and turkey hunting. It will sell to the highest bidder on July the 13th. So we encourage you to check out that property if you've always wanted to have your own special hunting site. And then, folks, we can't say enough about the unbelievable collection of cars that will sell on Monday, July the 17th. Please scroll through the 337 items, including some of these rare fine cars, like a 1972 Hearst Olds official pace car. They only had 170 of these cars, and this one is selling to the highest bidder on July the 17th, as is a 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1, a 1969 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. There's also a 1967 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Coupe. There's a Chevrolet Bel Air, a two-door hardtop, a 1957, a 1965 Pontiac Tempest convertible. There's a 1962 Ford Galaxy 500, a 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle. This classic car is beautiful. A 1971 Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS will be sold. There's several Pontiac GTO cars. Some are convertibles, some are hardtops. This is part of an estate. I think they have 30 Pontiacs that will be selling on this particular sale. If you're into GTOs, you'll definitely want to check them out. There's a 1968 Ford Shelby GT 500 Mustang. This is a real deal car, folks. A 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. If your mouth isn't watering, it will be when you start hearing about the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS convertible and the 1970 Dodge Challenger matching numbers RT car. This thing is unbelievable, as is the Superbird that is being sold, a 1970 Plymouth Superbird matching numbers car. I just touched on a few of those many cars that are selling on Monday, July the 17th. Dial up BigIron.com, scroll through all of the cars, get a hold of the representatives if you have questions, or better yet, jump in your vehicle, drive to Carthage, Illinois. It's a beautiful drive. Inspect these cars. Inspection is going on all week long this week and on Saturday, and then on Monday, July the 17th, you can inspect and bid online. Go to BigIron.com. Now, if you folks are planning to sell any cars of your own, we're going to have a car sale coming up here later this fall. And, of course, if you've got land or machinery you would like to sell, it all starts with a phone call to 1-800-937-3558.
Gary's Superfoods works hard to bring you deals throughout the store. Right now, save on our family bratwurst, $2.99 a package. 10-ounce USDA choice boneless beef New York strip steaks are $7.99 each. Summertime is a great time to enjoy extra large red or green seedless grapes, $1.49 a pound. Frito party-sized snacks, queso or salsa are 2 for $9. Start your day with General Mills cereals at 3 for $10. Don't forget, every Monday to Friday, from open until 1 p.m., the senior discount is available. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
Start checking items off your warm weather to-do list with the help of Ansley Lumber and Supply. They have the materials you need. LP Smart Siding, featuring premium Diamond Coat technology, will protect your home for years to come. To protect from the top, ask about shingles and other roofing options. Need to rework or build a deck? Ansley Lumber has great material options there too. Strong, high-quality materials to keep your home safe and strong for years, all from their friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you along the way. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley.
We love Christmas at Beau Bootery, so it's only natural we would join in on a little Christmas in July fun. Come in and draw a Christmas tree, then you get the discount written on it, anywhere from 20 to 50% off of one regular priced item. This doesn't include Western boots, hats, or work boots, but everything else is fair game. Buy for the actual Christmas time or buy to wear now. Come and see us for a Christmas in July sale, going on now at Beau Bootery on the Square in Broken Bow.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
8:45 is your time. Good to have you along with us here on the Breakfast Show on this Tuesday. A happy birthday goes out to Chad Shaw.
Oh, all right. Happy birthday, Chad. Great guy.
Now, Chad threw a pitch at the ball game the other night and did quite nicely.
Yes.
And he was from that very good team from back in the day, and he had his teammates with him. And happy birthday to you, Chad. You're a gas.
Yeah.
He works for the gas company.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
I'm starting to become like Logan.
Yeah, I was going to say it's rubbing off on you, Bernie.
Oh, geez. All right. Something that doesn't have to be rubbed off to yours truly, or most people in this area love classic cars, antique cars, neon signs, gas pumps, all the memorabilia from the good old days when the cars were really cool. And there's a chance for you to maybe bring one home, or not, but to watch them be sold is fun also. DTR Promotions are having a sale at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds Expo Building in Kearney. Reynolds Auction Company is doing the auctioning. $2 admission. 80-plus cars expected. They're having a cruise night, with that. And they'll have tractors even with this. Neon signs, gas pumps, classic cars. The classic car auction starts at 7 p.m. July 14th, Friday, July 14th. DTR Promotions and Reynolds Auction and Realty doing the job. Should be wonderful.
Yep,
And it's inside that air-conditioned facility as well. So,
and even if you don't want to go bid on something,
exactly,
just to go and look
at all 80 cars.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Here's a job opportunity for you through the Nebraska Department of Transportation, looking for a highway maintenance worker in Ansley. Go be part of their friendly and supporting work environment where they encourage creativity and innovation, providing training, career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a great benefits package. To apply, go to this website. An online state application must be filled out to apply, so go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
Sylvester's in Broken Bow, Nebraska are ready to bring a fun time to you this weekend. It's all about music and a fun time at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. Tim Zock will be there to perform his brand of country, and this will be on Friday. He'll take the stage at 9, and it's alumni weekend, so you'll probably run into some of your old classmates out there. Bring your alumni and your friends out for a good time, and take a shot at getting together with some of your friends from days past. At Sly's this Friday night, Tim Zock will take the stage again at 9 o'clock at Sylvester's, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Excuse me, at the quiet little place that rocks. And it'll be kind of a meeting place for the alumni this weekend, especially on Friday at Sly's in Broken Bow.
All right. Hey, Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts would love to have you stop in. They're located in Arnold, Nebraska. And while you're there to enjoy a delicious drink or treat, make sure you browse their beautiful gift selection, gift items for all ages, something new. They now carry local author books. We have a lot of people in the area putting together books, especially children's books now. Among them, Yvette Mannon from Okano, that I'm sure many of you are familiar with. A set of books that my grandson loves is the Corgi books.
Oh, yes.
About Corgi the dog. Books by H.M. Stryker from Callaway. And they have books from author Vanessa Hostick with pictures from photographer Deb Hostick.
All right. She's good.
Yes. So check those out. You can find them at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska, your historic destination barista bar and gift shop right in our back door here in Custer County. Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. Follow them on Facebook to keep up on all the latest happenings at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, where coffee with a friend is always a good idea.
It really is. And right now, as far as we know, we still have information leading to a free cup of coffee for you or a specialty drink for you at no charge at Brubaker's.
Really, no charge. How does someone take advantage of that, Dave?
You just go in and say, I heard on the breakfast show that Brad Atkins is buying me a coffee, buying me my favorite drink. And they will write it down and charge it to Brad. Simple as that.
Wow. We actually did that on, was it Friday? Yeah, Friday.
Last week, yeah.
Shannon and I were in Arnold, visit with Heather and Tammy about the Devil's Den motorcycle rally that took place last weekend. And we all went over to Brubaker's and, just said, charge it to Brad.
And they did.
They did.
Wow.
Yeah. It was great.
That's fantastic.
So, Brad, thank you. Thank you, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
By the way, Brad, if you're listening, we did it because Dave said so.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I read it on a blog somewhere. Kristen, could you do me a big favor? Maybe. Well, no. No.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
asking nice.
You can tell that Kristen's been here a while now. When she first started, it was, sure, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
Now it's, maybe.
She's afraid we're going to ask her to come into the studio, I think. I need a front office task completed, if you would, please.
Okay.
All right. Would you get us the number of the Arnold Sentinel?
Oh.
See what I can do.
Would you bring that in to us?
Sure.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I want to get a hold of the girls there. I don't think they've went over and gotten their cup of coffee on Brad.
Okay. Well, they may not know about it.
Well, we'll let them know.
Okay.
I know that Janet listens sometimes, but maybe she just she's kind of a very nice person. She might think that Brad would be upset. But no, Brad will not be upset at all. He wants to buy coffee for everyone.
Yes, according to Dave. Yeah, Dave, apparently you've talked to him.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
No. I haven't talked to Brad for probably months.
Okay. Well,
6 months
something
or more,
tells
probably.
me you might be visiting soon.
I still have his
we'll
cowboy.
see.
Yeah, I have his cowboy boots still that he sent me.
Do you?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are nice.
Are they, what have you done with them? Are they like setting out in the living room as kind of a centerpiece, or what?
You know,
what have
I
you
don't
done with
actually
those?
know. I don't know what I did with Brad's boots.
that a dramatic pause?
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Okay.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPVN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Despite billions of dollars in federal aid, a new study finds elementary and middle school kids are still way behind post-COVID. CBS's Jim Krasula.
Most public school students in the U.S. need an additional 4 months of schooling in reading and math to catch up with what they lost during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky's just landed in Vilnius, where NATO allies have begun a 2-day summit. President Biden spoke in Lithuania today.
They've heard me say, my American president heard me say many times, I still think that President Putin thinks the way he succeeds is to break NATO. Not going to do that.
Member nations are not expected to approve Zelensky's bid to join. In Vermont, parts of the state still underwater after a summer's worth of rain fell in less than 2 days. Kendra Rickerby lives in Ludlow.
Kind of a shocker. I got to admit, went to bed not realizing it would be this bad.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Major League Baseball's annual All-Star Game comes up tonight in Seattle as the countdown is on as baseball's best get ready to go toe-to-toe. The starting pitchers have been announced. For the American League, it'll be Garrett Cole of the Yankees. For the National League, Zach Allen of the Diamondbacks. Now, last night it was the annual Home Run Derby with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Blue Jays taking home the title. He beat out the Rays' Randy Arozarena in the final, 25-21. Guerrero Jr. wins the competition 16 years after his Hall of Fame father won the Derby in 2007 in San Francisco. College football news: Northwestern fired their head coach Pat Fitzgerald after initially agreeing on a 2-week suspension over hazing issues, but University President Michael Schill stepped in to reverse the initial decision. That despite an investigation that didn't find any evidence that Fitzgerald or his coaches knew about the hazing. Fitzgerald had spent 17 years as head coach at Northwestern, his alma mater. He's that all-time program's winningest head coach.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times, today with a high of 90. Winds out of the southeast, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Chance for scattered thunderstorms. Tonight, lows level off around 63, partly cloudy. Mainly sunny skies and calm. Tomorrow, slight chance for scattered thunderstorms. High temperatures reach up to 88. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
904, 72, and a mix of clouds and clear sky. That worked pretty good, Brent. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm going to that a lot more now. A mix of sun and clouds.
Sun and clouds.
When I really don't know what to say, when I'm like, I don't know what it is. Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? Is it partly? Is it mostly? I'm just going with a mix of sun and clouds now.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know, it's always sunny at Off-Broadway Assisted Living because there's so many nice people there and so many good things to do. It's just a sunny life there. How you doing, Jody?
Good. How are you?
Good. How's things going at Off-Broadway Assisted Living?
Going great. We're keeping busy. Got a lot of things coming up. So on Friday, we'll have... I'm kind of excited, ice cream and tours.
That's right.
Yeah. Friday afternoon. So come on in and have some ice cream and come see the facility.
Come see it. Be nice and cool. You can have some ice cream and take a look around, right?
Yes, absolutely. You can tour the whole building if you would like, or just a certain apartment, whatever. So.
All right, yeah, and ride the elevator, of course.
Well, of course.
And see the birds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the hot tub, too.
Oh, wow.
Still haven't found it.
Well, Jody, I just have to ask.
Okay.
Has anybody actually come in and asked you
for the hot tub?
About the hot tub?
Not yet.
Okay, I was just wondering if
Why wouldn't
someone
they?
actually, if someone thinking about moving in actually asked you, "Hey, where's this hot tub I've been hearing about?"
Yeah, it'd probably be like, okay, Dave sent you. Now I know.
Well, they can look at all the facilities, the whirlpool,
Yes.
and the recreational area there with the pool table, the library.
Yep.
All of that's on second floor, I think.
On the second floor, and then on the third floor, we have a big open area that has a nice big TV, and they do movies.
Oh.
We play games up there. They have their Bible study, exercise,
Yeah.
popcorn sometimes.
I don't know if I've surely been on the third floor. But I was up there exercising one day with guys and gals. They were punching a ball or a balloon around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do that.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
kind of fun.
I think that's one of the things I like most about your facility, Jody, is the spaces that you just talked about. You know, when we get to the winter time, obviously you can't go outside
Right.
as much, but there are places right in the facility that you can get out of your room if you want to. And I don't know, that's always impressed me about your facility.
It's nice because the residents, we do have a few that will walk all the halls or just one single hall throughout the day, and they love it, especially in the wintertime.
Yeah, it's
So.
not that really, how do I want to put it, easy to find a place to walk in the winter time.
Not always.
And a safe place. And
Yep.
you've got plenty of hallways.
Oh, yeah.
And if they really want to get aggressive, steps, if they want to go up and down the steps a little bit, depending on whether they're comfortable with that or not.
Right. Yep. They can do that. And then we've got the new step out in the front lobby, too.
Okay, all right, you have
So,
that.
Yeah.
And of course, the dining area, which is the heartbeat of any house,
Yes.
is the kitchen and the tables that people sit around and enjoy the good food and the ice cream and the desserts and so forth, and the conversation, right?
Oh, yeah. They love sitting in there before and after a meal and talk amongst themselves and have fun.
Yeah. And again, off Broadway is assisted living facility, so you get the benefit of some special care, some things like making sure your medication is being administered
Correct.
properly.
Yep.
And the other part of it is you still come and go as you please. You can have your own car. You can call a city bus. You can there are all sorts of ways you can get out and about because that's all part of it.
Yes, so you're not just stuck right there at the facility all the time.
Yeah. And you can go out to the gazebo.
Gazebo, yeah. They love going out there, and they have a garden out there, some of them. So they enjoy doing that.
Got any tomatoes coming on?
You know, honestly, I don't know.
seen
I
it.
haven't been out there lately to look at it. So.
Yeah, you get a lot of office time, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's called administration.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
That's good, and there's both positive and negative, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get out as much.
Yeah, that's a problem. But you also have off and on some job opportunities. Do you have some things that you're still filling yet?
We do. We are still looking for an RN consultant with a $2,000 sign-on bonus, and we are needing med aides, all shifts, and a part-time caregiver.
All right. And the apartments that are available, do you have one bedroom, two bedrooms? What's available?
We have a studio, and then we have one bedrooms.
Okay. All right.
So.
And remember, folks, that they're like brand new. And if you're looking and you
Yes.
take this tour and you like what you see, before you move in, they'll be totally refreshed, right?
Yes, so we go through and we make sure that as soon as someone moves out, we are cleaning or replacing the carpets and making sure our appliances are all working and updated.
Ready to go.
Yep.
Now you have a special going on.
We do. So if you move in July or August, then you will receive 1 month's free rent on us.
Good way to start. Kind of help with some of those moving expenses to be able not to have to pay rent that first month.
Yeah.
So
it'd save you a little money and get you in there before the snow starts flying pretty quick.
Yeah. Now, on Friday when you do the tour, what time does that start?
At 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. And do they kind of set a reservation ahead, or
you don't need to?
You don't have to. You just come in.
Just come on in, and we'll give you a tour and give you some ice cream.
Can't beat that.
No.
Yeah. Well, for those who haven't been there before, get in there and take a look. And for those of you maybe are closer to making a decision about assisted living, come back and take a look, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We don't mind you coming in 2 or 3 times if you need to, just to look the place over and make sure it's something that would fit you.
Now, we talked about this last time, but probably worth mentioning again. If you are at that point where you're thinking you're going to do something like that, there's a lot of paperwork involved ahead of time that needs to be taken care of. So don't wait until the end of August and think that you're going to be able to move in, the end of the month or the next month, even maybe the first half. It takes a little time.
It does. There's a lot of paperwork we got to get and go over and make sure that we've got all of the medications in-house before you move in. Get a hold of our RN to come in and do some stuff for us also. So it's a lot that's involved in it. You can't do it within a day. And
yeah, hardly even close to a day. Yeah. Now, if let's say somebody had a special request. Let's say I decided I'm going to move into off-Broadway assisted living. Can I ask for just to have some bubbles on hand so when I get into the hot tub, I'll have bubbles in there?
Well, I'm pretty sure you don't put bubbles in hot tubs. I don't know, but if that's what you want, then we'll see if we can accommodate that.
Okay. You're a good sport, Jody. Anything else that we maybe didn't cover that you wanted to talk about today?
No, I think that's it. If you're interested and need more information for Friday, just give us a call at 308-872-2522.
All right. Thanks, Jody.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll take a quick time out with these words.
I'm Tristan, an engineer.
I'm Aaron, an agronomist and a farmer.
We work at Precision Planting to optimize not only your planter,
but also sprayers, seeders, side dress bars, and combines.
This time of year, we get questions from farmers about upgrades to their planter for the next season. It's been dry in the Midwest this year, so firming the soil over the seed to retain moisture and promote even emergence has been crucial. FurrowForce is a 2-stage closing system that closes the seed trench so well, it's hard to find the furrow. FurrowForce can be run manually or automated with the 2020 monitor.
Speaking of the 2020 monitor, it will help you better visualize data, controlled seed population, downforce, liquid, and prepare you for high-speed planting. Whether you're upgrading your existing planter or new to you planter, the 2020 will create new possibilities for your operation.
At Precision Planting, we believe in better.
Better planting, better monitoring, better spraying.
Find your local Premier dealer by visiting precisionplanting.com. That's precisionplanting.com.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We appreciate that very much. I was thinking about making a call over to Arnold, to another location.
Oh, okay.
And, getting more people involved. in
Getting
Brad's
the word
giveaway.
out, huh?
Yeah. Let's see if Kristen will help us out with that. She might not be at her desk.
Hello.
Yeah, Kristen, this is Dave and Brent. Could I ask another super big favor?
Sure.
Would you find the phone number to Reed's Food Center
Okay.
in Arnold? Thank you. I'd probably have quite a crew there. They could go down and have some coffee on Brad.
Yeah, there you go. We need to get the word out to the Nansel boys here at the gas station.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Yeah.
They could use a coffee break.
Yeah, Brad and Bryce need to go over there and have a little... They could use a treat or drink.
Yeah. The downside of that is I can feature Brad Nansel, like we gets one of those little drinks with the whipped cream on top, and then he takes a drink and he looks at you and he has one little mustache going. Nebraska Land Hearing Center here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. We are fortunate to have this facility and the expert inside the facility, Roxanne, a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years' experience who lives right here in Broken Bow and is proud to be a part of this community. Now, here's what she'll do for you. Free hearing evaluation and free office calls. Free extended warranties on new hearing aids. Extended discounts for buying local. And receive trade-in values on old hearing aids. And also discounts for buying local in the way of chamber bucks available as well. Now, I know a lot of times you're seeing these ads about all the hearing aids available on internet and so forth. Be careful, because like all parts of your body, your ears may not even be the same size for fitting. And if you order a standard over-the-counter internet hearing aid, you may have one that fits and the other that doesn't, and you're going to have a sore ear and you're going to quit using them. So it's important to spend and invest in something that's going to work for you and improve your life with better hearing. So Roxanne's ready to go to work for you. She also accepts the CARE credit cards, which enables you to finance hearing aids over a period of time with lower payments. So ask Roxanne about the CARE credit cards. Her phone number is 308-384-3852 to make an appointment. She's located and she shares with the building on the east side of the square with the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce.
If you have some clothing items that need to be dry cleaned, we give you the weekly reminder. The Cleaning Shack is right here in Broken Bow to help with your dry cleaning needs. They are located inside the Quilting Shack that you'll find right on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Drop-off deadline is tomorrow by 11:30, so don't forget. That way you can have it back the following Wednesday. So if you need dry cleaning taken care of, make sure you have it to the Cleaning Shack located inside the Quilting Shack on East Highway 2. Drop-off deadline is tomorrow morning by 11:30. Also, while you're in there, make sure you check out some of the things going on with the Quilting Shack. Don't forget, as you get started on your summer 4-H projects, they offer a 20% discount on your purchase for 4-H. They're back to regular hours now for the Quilting Shack. They're closed on Monday, but open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 5:30, and open on Saturday from 11 until 4.
9:18 is your time. Got that Bonnie Raitt song in my head. La-di-da-da.
Reach return this, John.
Oh, John, this is Dave Burney and Brent Amperson on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI, KBBN Radio, Broken Bow, Nebraska. How you doing, John?
Oh, I'm doing just fine.
Good. I just want you to know. Well, fine. You're on the air, so don't cuss at me.
Dang.
I know otherwise you was going to give me the Dickens.
Yeah.
How's
No, I would do that.
I know you wouldn't. How's things at the Reed's Food Center? You doing all right?
Oh, yeah, we're doing just fine. Still going right along.
Good.
40 plus years of it. So.
Wow, that's great.
That's crazy.
Yeah. How time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, did they finally put the fairways, or excuse me, the roughs up? Did they hay that at the Arnold course?
Part of it, they did. So they're going to, I think the plan was to burn rest of that this winter, burn it down, I guess. I kind of get it. It got kind of beat down last year when it was so dry, so I think they're going to clean up all the garbage. So anyway, still can lose golf balls. So
yeah. Well, did you go out there and get some back when they hayed part of it?
Yeah, I do. I find some of yours every once in a while.
Hey, Oliver and I
There's
left
plenty
a
to
bunch.
find.
We emptied our bags the other day when we were over there.
Yeah, there's a bunch out there if you want to look.
Okay.
So,
all right. Hey, John. We have it verified information that Brad Atkins is buying everybody coffee who wants to go down to Brewbakers and have a coffee of their choice. And I just wanted to encourage you and your staff at Reed's to go down and have a cup on Brad.
Yeah, I will. I'll have several. Several.
Perfect.
I would think that that would be a good deal.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
it gives him something to do to go. He's got to find something to do.
Well, I was wondering maybe if he would actually get a part-time job to pay for this, because it could rack up a pretty big bill.
I know it. Well, I got something he could probably. He's helped me out here at the store a couple times, so, and I paid him back very generously.
Oh, nice.
With his refreshments, let's put it that way. So
it wasn't coffee?
No, that stuff that stunts his growth.
Well,
what can I say?
Well, you said it all right there.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, John, just go ahead and go down and have a cup on Brad, and just go in.
Okay, I will.
And your staff there, just have them go down and say, I heard on the breakfast show that Brad's buying coffees, and get whatever they like, whatever their choice is.
Okay, I will tell him that.
Okay,
I will tell him.
And they'll write it down if you tell them you heard it on the breakfast show that Brad's paying for it, and they'll charge it to Brad.
Okay,
All right.
I will do that.
Okay,
I will
John.
do that. All righty.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Dave. See ya. Have a good day.
You too. All right. May as well take advantage of Brad's generosity.
Well, yeah.
The way I see it.
You're really being aggressive today, getting the word out.
Yeah.
Regarding this. Note has come in.
Oh my goodness! All these. Oh, you got a whole bunch of numbers. Thank you.
What she does? She just getting numbers of every business in Arnold. Is that what she's doing?
Well, she's got 4 more here.
Oh my gracious!
We may not get to call anymore today, but we'll save them for days ahead.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, Brad's a rich man. He can afford this. Because his lovely wife's a nurse.
I'm sorry. I really hope I'm there when Brad finally runs into you. Let's just put it that way.
Don't put it that way. That runs in part.
Yeah.
Okay. Ansley Lumber. Boy, what a great lumber yard they have there. They've made so many improvements on Main Street. They have the original lumber yard, which is one of the oldest businesses in the county, and they've just brought it back to life. They put new front on, looks fantastic. They've done things on the inside. And then across the street, they have their showroom and their planning room where you can go in and look at cabinets. And they have a computer with software there to sit down and help you make plans and figure out board feet and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It's all right there on the main street of Ansley. And they're really geared up for summer there now. They have plenty of supply on decking materials, the Timber Tech and Armadillo decking, Pella and Marvin windows, creosote, copper, Q-nap, and hedge posts, ag supplies of all kinds, tanks, and much more. They have metal for covering up buildings. They have the post frame buildings with visualizer and pricing. The Benjamin Moore paint is available there, top quality paint. The Gaff, Markley, and Tamco shingles, quartz and granite countertops, and cabinetry that we mentioned that you can take a look at across the street. Give them a call or stop by. Their number is 935-1815. That's 935-1815. Or stop by Ansley Lumber and Supply, located and operated in downtown Ansley, America. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturday, 8 to noon. And don't forget, they'll deliver the materials to you. So if you're thinking, well, I don't have anything to haul these, maybe to the next town or, in the area, they'll take care of that for you. They will deliver.
All right. Here's another job opportunity for you that you'll find posted on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page, Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership, looking for an individual to work as an early childhood center assistant in Broken Bow. This is a full-time position, starting wage of $14 per hour, a great benefits package which is included. Now, with this position, you would be helping in the center, cooking and cleaning for children up to age 3, and assist the teacher with daily activities and planning activities. If you'd like to find out more, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 0, or you can apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com.
Michael McDonald with Half Truth here on The Breakfast Show. No half truths here.
No way.
Always factual.
Nothing but the truth. on the Get Up and Go breakfast show.
That line in itself is amazing.
Boy.
Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Now, here's some facts for you. Chip and Liana are going strong, and they announced last week when they were in that they have a new representative who will be working out of the Broken Bow office later on this summer. Allison Smith is taking over the Broken Bow office, I believe, towards the end of August or in August sometime. She's kind of there once in a while, but she's doing some training and so forth and getting set up. But Allison is excited about serving this area and working with Chip and Liana through Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. And they will be staffing the Bow office in the meantime 2 to 3 days a week and by appointment until Allison gets there permanently. And Liana's working on the Medicare enrollment planning and busy with that. If you're going to be turning 65, don't wait till you get close to your birthday. Talk to Liana now and make plans and get set up for that. So stop by in Callaway or make an appointment here in Broken Bow, and she'll either meet you here or there. And the office number in Callaway is 308-836-2201, or stop by on Main Street there in Callaway. And then the Broken Bow number is 308-872-6996. Now, if someone's there, they'll pick it up. If they're not there, it will forward it over to Callaway. So you'll get someone either way to talk to set up an appointment. And Chip's ready to go for you. He has expertise in ag coverage, automobiles, property insurance, and that sort of thing. And they'll just get you covered. They're very, very excited about Allison coming on staff, and they're excited about working with you and Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency in Broken Bow and Callaway.
All right.
And Chip had an awesome shirt on the other day. I mean, it blow you away. Yeah. That guy's a dresser.
Nice.
So we have several more places we can call as the days go by in Arnold to encourage folks to have a little cup of coffee on Brad Atkins. We're out of time today, though, and Brad may be out of money soon. As I said,
do you need to check on that before you call other people to promote this, or? I mean, that's up to you, I guess.
Brad has a very good relationship with the bank there, and I think he has access to loans. He's done business there for years in his auction business and so on, and I think he's a reliable loan. So I think he can talk to the bank. Now, Larry Moran is no longer at the bank. If he was, man, he'd get all the money he needed.
Well, there you go. Maybe when Brad runs out of money, they can start charging it to Larry.
Oh, that's a great idea. Folks, thanks for having fun with us. Again, we're hoping for a dry afternoon, because at 4:30 today, Mendon and Broken Bow will meet in the Class B Area 6 semifinals, if you will, right?
Yeah, I kind of call it the elimination bracket final, is the way I look at it. So, yep.
Whoever wins goes on to play Holdridge in the championship.
Yes, sir.
Big game. That is at 4:30 this afternoon. Hopefully we'll have weather that holds off for a while so we can get that game in. And looking forward to it. It'll be on KBBN.
It will be.
And also on the live video stream.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, we get a chance, let's drive over to Arnold and have a cup sometime.
Well, sure. All right. Are you buying?
No, Brad is.
Oh, okay.